What is your first memory?
What is your first memory?
Like the very first one in my life.
Wow, that's actually a pretty cool question, I think.
I lose points if I get it wrong.
I hope not. Actually, you know what? I do have an early memory. I don't know why, but I remember crawling around in the yard or something, and I used to eat ants. Like, I would just specifically look around for ants, and I would eat them. And I like the big black tree ones, and the red ones. Didn't like the red ones. Never liked the red ones. You know, it really never worked out for me. You know, it was really
ant racist.
But like in the big tree ones, the big giant tree colony ants. Like I think I could only crawl at that point in time, and like I don't know why. I mean, are they a good source of protein?
Yeah, well, all bugs are, but I don't know that.
Where was my mom? Where's my mom when I was eating these ants? Watching the stories. Young and the Restless, I think it was. I mean, great show. Victor Newman was a shit. What about you, dude?
God, I don't know. Like my first memory. I mean, it's hard to see like what's the difference between a memory versus like your parents showing you pictures when you're a kid, and then you think that's a memory, but it's really not. It's sort of, I don't know. Like the first memory with music. That I can remember. I can remember, life before having memories of that. Like I remember the first time, not to be that guy who throws that band name out, but I remember the first time as a kid hearing Nirvana on MTV and hearing their music, and not ever hearing anything like that before. Not giving them credit for pioneering, anything, but that's just who I happened to hear first. And I made my mom buy me the album, and I look back and it is kind of weird. My mom went and bought me this cassette tape with a baby with a bare penis on the cover, and she's like bought this for me, no questions asked. It was very strange that that she even bought me that, but she did, and that's my first memory of music. After that, I actually paid attention to everything that I ever heard after that. So just gave me a renewed appreciation of everything.
Shit, if you want to say first memory of music, that's like a whole different scenario. Like,
was that what you meant? Like, I don't know what first memory.
We can go with it.
All right, well,
are we out of time?
Just start.
All right,
you better know.
Shit, man. Specific, like not the earliest, but the thing that always attracted me to like analog and shit was like, I remember my dad had a green 77 Impala, and back then when you went down this, like, going around our way, we went down the New Jersey Shore, which is like this total like boardwalk area, amusements, it's pretty unique in itself, but everybody goes down there on vacation, holiday, or whatever you guys might call it. But we used to take this old route down. It was a stretch of road. I mean, it was 2-hour stretch of road from Philadelphia on down. And my pop, everybody back then, they made mixtapes. Like mixtapes was for the trip. It was like trip tape, like bang bang bang. Everybody had cassettes everywhere. But at this point in time, it was probably the late 70s, early 80s, and I was born in 77. So, but I remember Under My Thumb, man. Dude, playing on an 8-track. He had Hot Rocks, the Hot Rocks 8-track, but like he also had the mix. But I remember Hot Rocks, and that song always came up on mixes. But I remember just that song and being in the back seat on the black leather seats, and just like going down the shore and that feeling of all, like it was in, and just the air and that song Under My Thumb coming on, and just that opener riff and the way it sounded on that tape just hissing through the speakers. It was fucking fantastic. I loved it, dude. And I'll always remember that. And I think, he didn't really change his mixes up very much, so I think every time we went on the shore, whether it went from, 8-track to cassette, like, that song was always on there. And Painted Black. that was huge. That was huge in my childhood. I have vivid memories of Paint in Black. That was awesome stuff, man. You guys like the Stones, right? Yeah. Of course. Everyone loves the Stones, right?
You ever interview the Stones?
He probably did. I interviewed Keith Richards. He don't remember it.
He didn't answer me, but I asked him questions.
He does great interviews, man.
I interview a lot of people. They just don't answer. All right, what else you got for us?
What does Sympathetic Shark mean?
What does Sympathetic Shark mean? Just the name itself? Oh, well, that's how, I think I was thinking, just like it's fairly simple, like, I have sympathy for people, but I don't know, not really shark though, I don't think, but
you don't really have sympathy for anybody either.
nor do I have any sympathy. No, I am fairly sympathetic, I think. Not that that's where it came from for me, but then it morphs into Sim Shark, which is definitely a cool hashtag.
It's kind of like the two words. They're not opposites. They're not antonyms, but they're like the opposite ends of the spectrum. Like it's an oxymoron to have it together that way.
It's like
you can't.
He's a sympathetic shark. He's like he floats past the surfer and he's like, fuck, I'm not gonna eat him, man.
But that's not a shark. That's an oxymoron. It's not. Those two aren't gonna. But they're not antonyms.
Dude, a shark. You never know.
Sympathetic is not the opposite of shark.
A shark. You agree? A shark could be nice. There could be nice sharks, right? I would think there could be nice sharks.
They're broken then, I guess.
Broken sharks, like emotionally broken sharks. They've been abandoned by their schools. Is that what they travel?
Emotionally broken sharks. Maybe we're gonna end up changing the name now to Emotionally Broken Sharks.
Is that a Pabst?
Got a ring.
They have them here?
Can I have it?
I've got my
Sweet.
Sweet. No, thanks. No, thank you. Thank you. Dankeschön. Dankeschön. Is that what it is? I don't know how you...
What is this album going to be about?
What's the album going to be about? I don't know. Did somebody tell you there was a concept to it? Or you guys already got that information? Like NSA shit going on here.
Somebody told you there's going to be an album?
What album? We're just guys that record stuff on the internet.
I think we're still working on an official title, right? Are we still flopping around ideas?
We won't come up with the title till the last day, dude. Like seriously, we have a direction it's going in. Overall, right now, Sympathetic Shark's like pretty much just certain members right now. So I'd say all the songs have been pretty much written at the same time, except for a couple of my tunes, the early tunes that I wrote, musically, but which are only like 2 songs, Kill the Unicorn and shit. I don't know. We're like every time we kind of think we're done, it keeps happening. So I was like, all right, well that's going to be part C. That's going to be part D. D, and that one's called Clean. And that one's called this. But you're seeing bits and pieces of it right now. But it's like you said before, I think there's no rush for us. Short of getting this interview over because I think this fucking get eaten alive again.
Yeah, it's kind of like if you're in a rush and you get the album done, then it's done. It's, what do you do then? Rush to make another one and do it as fast as you can.
Make an album.
Yeah, I guess that's what you do. But the process of making it's fun. So it doesn't matter if this is the first album, second album, 50th album. Just the act of doing it's done. So it's fun. So why rush it?
Not on the clock, man. No ticking, no talk, dude.
Yeah. But what's it going to be about? You have to wait and find out.
Yeah, I think it's got an overall theme. It's tragic. Songs from the tremendous void.
I don't think someone's going to listen to it and just just be like, oh, this is cool, you know, go to this track and play this song. It's cool, you know. Kind of like you can't appreciate that track without the one before it and after it. You know, you're not just going to buy a book, just flip to a random page and read it. You know, so.
Dude, your legs have to get eaten alive. But yeah,
They make bird feeders. You need to make bug feeders. Little things.
Yeah, I mean, if you see a similar theme going on, I mean, that's the whole point. I mean, everything's a metaphor. Like they're all lined in a row, and like you know, like you can make it into whatever you want it to be. Like, and that's the whole point. Like we want to make it so it's just like, hey, you can sit there and jam it out on the guitar. Or you can just like you know sing them or whatever. It's like songs that should just you know you can keep in your brain here and there. You know, pop up on the Mind Pod. And if not, it's not your bag. It's not your bag. If you think we're assholes, we're assholes. You know, it is what it is. You know, you gotta put art out there.
Why rock and roll?
Why rock and roll? This dude, what do you want us to do? Like club? No.
Why does anybody?
Dude, we've done everything. Come on now, please. Like, started. I mean, me and him together, like you said. Nirvana, you know what I mean? As soon as we got guitars in our hands, bam, Nirvana.
Yeah. How do we get to sound like that?
Exactly.
What else can you do with that sound?
You know, I mean, I was playing the banjo and ukuleles with my grandpa and stuff back in the day, playing the old war tunes, which was always good times. But dude, rock and roll is rock and roll. And we spread our wings all over the place. I don't know if you heard half of this stuff. I mean, we're using a fucking Casio keyboard as a drummer. Shit. That hopefully won't always be like that. But not in the recorded versions at least. But yeah, we're any time, whatever we're feeling, like whatever mood we're in, it's gonna happen. You're gonna see it happen. This is gonna continue. I mean, you look at the past. We started with hip hop. We've done everything.
I guess it's not really a conscious. It's not really a conscious choice where we looked at all the genres. You know, we're like, all right, opera, no. You know, I think.
I never said no to opera.
No, but I don't have an opera instrument. I've got rock instruments.
That's
true.
I
can play a bunch of them. So, it's not like most people like rock music, so that's what we're gonna play or anything like that. It's just most of us play instruments that are in rock, so that's what we chose.
What kind of demon creatures do you guys have dwelling over here?
Well, the other thing too is we also have the same instruments needed to play. We have all the instruments to play jazz or blues easily, but rock doesn't require the discipline to play those art forms. So, same thing with opera. You got one of those instruments?
Dude, I feel like I provoke opera on a daily basis. 'Cause it's up to us. Close, right?
No.
No,
it's an instrument, isn't it? And it sounds like a person.
Opera?
Yeah, and they play that instrument. And it
sounds like that opera instrument?
Yeah, it sounds like the person singing. Like, I don't know. But, yeah, no reason why. No reason why rock and roll. Why not? You answer that.
Dude, I'm about to throw deep all over myself. Like, deep. Anybody got any deep? You guys got deep over here?
It doesn't seem to bother you,
man. It's fucking deep, man. I know it's probably illegal in Europe, but I think it is. Oh, what the fuck, man. Alright, can we go now?
Yeah, we good?
Thanks for having us, for real. No, it's great. It's been a great time over here. We're really enjoying the scenery. It's fucking awesome, man. It's really awesome.
With the lawnmower.
Someone's cutting their lawns.
Yeah.
Eating alive, and crickets are jumping everywhere.
All right, man. Thanks.
Cheers. Thanks for the beer, brother. Appreciate it. Yeah.